Moll from Lake Stevens Middle School. It's a middle-class bedroom community about 35 miles north of Seattle. And our nearest big industry is the Boeing airplane plant in Everett, and we also have a naval station in Everett nearby. And we've got a naval air station not terribly far away. I took over the wood shop about 6 years ago, and it was a traditional wood shop. It was a semester-long elective exploratory course. And there was another teacher at the time teaching Project Lead the Way, Gateway to Technology. And talking with him and then the other teachers at our other middle school, 2 middle schools in my district, we started talking about, well, could we combine those 2 courses and actually, you know, a real design build course and turn it into a year-long exploratory elective. And so that's what we've done. This year it just happens that I teach the entire course, the entire year-long course. So I have 5 sections. So I have a CAD lab and a wood shop, and we kind of bounce back and forth between those spaces. Guitar has been a hobby of mine since I was in middle school, and I built my first Grizzly kit probably 10 years ago. It was a Grizzly Strat. Enjoyed that. And when I took over the wood shop, one of the things I wanted to do was make guitars with kids. And so I started an after-school club in 2012, and then stumbled across Tom's project the year after. So I attended 2013 at EMP in Seattle. That's where I met Doug as well. So this is an after-school club for us currently. I hope to change that. And how do I make the video play with this?
Center button.
Center. So this was this spring.
Did you wait the sound up?
I didn't plug sound in. Sorry about the sound.
So lessons learned. The first year was buy your own kit from any source you wanted. So we had a few Saga kits. Stay away from those, please. They're horrible. And another problem with that was that oftentimes parents weren't always the best at ordering them on time. So that was a big mistake. Buy your own spray paint kits and let's learn how to spray paint. That was,
Oh my.
Yeah. I forgot that when you're 11 or 12, you don't have much experience with spray paint. That was a mistake. Oh, swirl dipping. Holy cow. What a thing that was. Lots of experiments and failures with the borax and getting the temperature just right. And I mean, there's lessons learned, but in an after-school club, when you're trying to get a build done, it was pretty horrible. We did get, that first year, we did get 2 that came out okay. But boy, what a thing that was. So the first year, the kids pretty much bought everything except for the consumables. ASB gave me some money for sandpaper, glue, and that kind of stuff. They also paid me a babysitting fee, about $16 an hour. So, and then about 40 hours for the complete build, and then a lot of time outside of that 40 hours troubleshooting and repairing. And I do teach them how to play, which a little bit. 3 power chords, we always learn one song. So the first couple of years is about 12 kids, and I didn't keep really good data on this, but it's about 50-50 girls, possibly more girls if I had to guess. Third year, I had a parent ask if she could build. I said, absolutely. And that was great having an adult in the room. I've had 2 teachers now build guitars, and last year my principal built one. And I encourage that. I encourage all the parents who are welcome to join us. So the last couple of years, last year in particular, I tried to cap it at 15. And I do things differently now. I order the kits from Tom, and I take the money all up front. And I say, okay, we're going to sign-ups are open, like this year it's to November 15th. And I had, within the first 2 days last year, I had 19 checks. I was just like, oh, okay. So, I think this year might be more. So I've even got some people trying to give me checks before sign-up day is open. So the word is out. I don't know if it's going to be a lottery system next year or what, but I have a feeling the demand is going to exceed my capacity. So we build 2 days a week, 90-minute sessions, typically Tuesday and Thursday, and about 40 hours total for the club. And I coach cross country in the fall and track and field in the spring, so I have to fit it in between the breaks. So this is what my winter activity is with kids. And I've had kids come back, which is great. They love to be a part of it, and I just make them TAs. I've got one kid who's still not a very good builder, but he actually went on to learn how to play, and he's an incredible player. And so he comes back and he helps me teach the kids how to play. As the kids finish up, I send them away with Zach, send them across the hall, and say, Zach, start teaching them how to tune these things and how to, play some chords. And then we always learn a song. I've got another girl who's a junior, and she comes back every year to help out. And then my oldest son is a sophomore, and he loves to help. He's really good with the laser engraver, and so he usually takes care of that for me. Yeah, let's see what else. Oh, yeah. If the experimentation of the swirl dipping that's great if you have time for that. But if you want a good swirl dip, get it done right the first time, you need to look up this product called Magic Marble Paint. It's out of Germany. When I first discovered it, there was no source in the United States. I had to get it out of Canada, and it was incredibly expensive just because it shouldn't. But now there's an outfit in Georgia called Peachtree Global, and they are the sole, I know you're working on it.
Distributor, we're working on it.
Okay. Super easy to use. You don't have to worry about chemistry, temperature, anything like that, as long as it's not too extreme, but man, it's easy. And then a clear coat. I discovered this product. It's a RAL can, but it's a 2-part urethane. There's an activator catalyst in the center. Then when you're ready to use it, you puncture that, and then it's a 2-part. It's basically an automotive quality finish. It flashes incredibly quick, it builds quick, and it's a very tough finish. It's easy to wet sand, buff out, and it's an automotive quality finish. Really easy to use. I'll have some pictures of my shop here. You can see my ghetto spray booth. There are some other decent kits. Grizzly's kits are okay. Build your own guitar, or BYOguitar.com, they're pretty good too, but as long as Tom's in business, I'll just get them. And I charge a flat fee all up front. Just, you're in the club, if you give me that check for $200, and that covers everything, except the gig bag, and I tell parents that's coming down the road. You're gonna need gig bag and amp and all that, but to get a complete guitar, that's the fee. Label everything, and double bag everything, Ziploc bags. I have them write their name on the heel of the neck, in the neck pocket, all over the box, on every side of the box, and they still somehow lose parts. And so you have to stock spares. First couple years that was a little rough, but now I've got some spares. Challenges, storage. My wood shop is a pretty crowded place, and I've got 5 sections of wood shop, and so figuring out how to store 20 guitars is a key challenge, and trepidation of middle school students. I don't know if it's the same for high school and college, but you know, they spent $200 on this kit and they're afraid to screw something up. So sometimes they're a little bit nervous about the soldering iron and all that stuff. So that's been a challenge to get over. In the future, you'll see some pictures here. Recently acquired a CNC router, so we're going to maybe just go with the pre-made next, Environ Electronics, and go with the premium body option. Stabilize, I recently acquired an acrylic infusion system where you can acrylic stabilize wood. Pull a vacuum, pulls the resin in, and then you bake it. Trouble is it's really heavy. I made a couple of neck blanks, and it doubles the mass. And maple's already pretty heavy, and so now I'm thinking, well, maybe fingerboard, so we'll see. And I really want to do a high school course because there's only so much you can do with middle school kids in 40 hours. And so got a couple ideas, maybe a first period course where maybe I start a little bit earlier and then the kids would just come to my shop at middle school and then they'd try themselves at the high school for the rest of the day. I would be going to do a 90-hour summer course. And specifically, I'd be interested in reaching out to the kids that are struggling. We know who they are. We've got all this data. We know Lake Stevens is a really pretty solid record of success. I think the graduation on time is in the low 80 percentile. And then the kids need a little more time. It's kind of the high 80s, so it's really good. But we've got over 10% that don't make it. And so I would love to get a hold of those kids and do this project with them and see if it changes some attitudes maybe. Some pictures of kids working. I thought that was going to be a train wreck. When he told me what he wanted to do, I was just like, that's going to be horrible. And it turned out incredibly cool. So, 3 minutes. Okay. That's the magic marble. It's just easy. Okay, brand new CNC router. I don't know how to use it yet. That's a 4 scientific 2x4. I've got a laser engraver there in the corner. This is my ghetto spray booth here. It's a cardboard box. Hooked up to the, that's just the blower that vents the laser smoke right through the roof. But, you know, there's some furnace filters in the back of that box. I wear a respirator, of course, and the kids aren't in the room when I'm spraying everything. Snohomish County Health Department came through and kind of laughed. That's creative, but they recommended I get a real spray booth. You can't see it, but this is where the vacuum chamber is. I had one custom made that's 6 inches diameter and 36 inches long with the intention of being able to do necks. And then you have to cook that 200 degrees for, I can't remember, a couple hours or something. And then, so this is the premium body option. The manufacturing teacher at our mid-high school helped me because Tom discontinued the single cut junior, which I love this guitar. But that's solid maple, and it's incredibly heavy. And so I said, well, can we chamber that upper bow? Yep. And then I took it to the drill press and said, it needs to be a little lighter, so drilled some holes in it. And then put a hook-matched maple 1/4 inch top on it. And that was one of the first prototypes. So I love that guitar. I think it's great. That's a laser. That's a wood inlay we did with the laser. That's what it looks like. And I have an Alaska mill, a chainsaw mill, and so I mill a lot of my own wood with that, and it's in the CAD lab. It's like everywhere. This is outside. These are some tops that are going to be pretty spectacular. That's a kind of machine area in my shop. This is outside my shop, my log yard. I'm happy to say no, unless it's amazing. This here is some figured maple. It's I should have taken the close-ups, but these 2 logs are going to be pretty incredible. Some sycamore that came out of a city park that were hazardous trees. That's also known as American lacewood, if you quarter saw it. Some pretty cool wood in there. There's a bunch of cedar and some sycamore. I think we're going to do some cedar bodies too, just for fun. And I always make my kids perform well. I highly encourage them to perform at the talent show on the last day of school. And so we've done a couple of Green Day songs, a couple of, oh, we don't have music, or we don't have sound, do we?
You can hear it.
So this is a Green Day song called Brain Stew, 3-chord punk, and it's about doing drugs in your bedroom. So we had to change the lyric to test anxiety about standardized testing.
You could be the bad guy, Alex, one time.
Hmm?
You could be the bad guy one time.
A good front man is hard to find, so that was our best one. Happens to be my son. He was well coached, but last year we did a thing with the school band. We played Chicago 25 or 64, and so a lot of fun.
Excellent.